TTPS Tobago Division has one of the highest murder rates in the country. Tobago fishermen still awaiting compensation for oil spill relief efforts. Minority says more consultation needed on Strawberry facility redevelopment. And Rachel Questel advances to Prime Minister's Best Village Finals. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Thursday, 5th September 2024. To our top story. During a TTPS media briefing earlier today, Deputy Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin said 3 police divisions have experienced an increase in murders, Tobago being one of them. DCP Benjamin pointed out that the TTPS Tobago Division has 21 murders, which is the highest number of murders the division has experienced in 5 years. He also noted that the Port of Spain Division and Eastern Division have had 70 and 40 murders respectively. Benjamin expressed that the TTPS was not at ease recognizing that the crime situation demands decisive action.
We are saying that we are taking a no-nonsense approach. The Commissioner has mandated me as the DCP operation to deal with these situations. And again, by looking at the Commissioner's Violent Reduction Plan, we have put certain things in place to deal with these situations.
He said the TTPS understands that the crime is flexible and not static, particularly murder, noting that the situation constantly changes.
When we look in terms of the gang-related offenses, we have again worked with our divisional gang unit to again identify persons and members, and we are working. The DCP INI is putting things in place out there and with her team to deal with the gang situation.
He explained that officers are also being sensitized so that they are aware of the situation and can speak to business owners, schools, and other practicing proactive policing. DCP Benjamin also said they are all engaging other stakeholders to join them in their crime prevention efforts. Up next, fishermen who assisted with the response efforts to the Gulf Stream oil spill are still awaiting payment more than a month after the THA confirmed receiving $50 million to cover expenses caused by the spill, which should have included compensation for the fishermen. Curtis Douglas, president of the All Tobago Fisher Folk Association, expressed disappointment with how they are being treated. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details. We do apologize for the audio in that story. Fishermen who assisted with the response efforts to the Gulf Stream oil spill are still awaiting payments more than a month after the THA confirmed receiving $50 million to cover the cost of expenses caused by the spill, which should have included compensation for the fishermen. Curtis Douglas, president of the All Tobago Fisher Folk Association, expressed disappointment with how they are being treated. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Coconut Roots Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bulge oil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
And if they cannot treat the people fairly, they should pack their bag and go home. What they should do? Leave. What they should do? Leave.
ADFA President Curtis Douglas stated that fishermen have not yet been paid for their assistance with the response efforts to the Gulf Stream oil spill in February. Several fishermen used their vessels to help lay oil booms and perform other tasks to prevent more oil from reaching the shore. In the media budget review in July, the central government allocated $50 million to cover some of the costs from the incident, which included compensation for the fishermen who assisted. While the THA has received funds, the fishermen remain unpaid.
When I called the Secretary for Finance, she said she would have dispersed the money to the administrator. The money was dispersed to the administrator, but for some reason, the administrator is playing God.
According to Douglas, the Trinidad-based contractors involved in the response efforts have been paid. He accused the THA of allowing public servants to mishandle public funds without facing any consequences.
The people would have voted for you to represent them. And you cannot have a public servant that is playing God with the people of money, deciding or pulling out from the pick-a-pan who she's going to pay and who she would not be paid.
Douglas expressed disappointment with the way in which they are being treated.
So you're waiting till the end of the fiscal year finished with only 13 so that we must go into next year. Or we should have a lawsuit against the THA. I want the people of Tobago to know and see and understand what is going on. Institutional victimization is real. Nepotism is real, but it is clear.
Tobago Updates attempted to reach Secretary of Finance, Trade and the Economy, Petal Ann Roberts, for comment, but those efforts proved futile. Meanwhile, Tobago Updates confirmed that some payments were made to Alvin Douglas, Director of the Tobago Marine and Safety and Security Services, who also assisted with the response efforts. He reportedly received a portion of his outstanding payment on Wednesday evening. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The recent theft of a vessel and several engines around Tobago has left fishermen disappointed in the security firm responsible for protecting their property. At a press conference today, Curtis Douglas, president of the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association, argued that the fishermen remain vulnerable to criminals, which is affecting their livelihoods. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
For a fisherman, losing a vessel or an engine can be detrimental to his life.
For me, once my engine is down, come like I am down.
Elvis Bob had the engine stolen from his vessel in Plymouth on August 17th.
Because right now, only told my children to school right now.
Also stolen that same day was a vessel belonging to Darren Douglas in Belgarden. Despite reports being made to the police,
nothing as it from anyone.
Curtis Douglas, president of ADFA, complained that security was not present in both areas.
How it is it coincidental? The same security in Plymouth, engine is stolen. The same security in Belgarden, engine is stolen. What it is going on? And we are talking about solving crime?
According to Douglas, they have received more than 8 reports of theft over the past few weeks. They are calling for easier access to firearm users' licenses.
We must be able to protect ourselves, to be able to feed our families.
Additionally, they are calling on the THA to provide some form of relief for their losses and to hold SWAT Estate Police accountable.
If you all come with 80% of the money, the association will come in the next 20. But we cannot have that security firm still operating and distressing people in Tobago.
When contacted, Nigel Tate, Assistant Secretary with responsibility for fisheries, stated that he is not willing to comment on the performance of the security firm. However, he did confirm his awareness of the recent thefts affecting fishermen. Tate assured that the police are actively investigating the incidents, but he could not commit to providing relief to the affected fishermen. According to Tate, fishermen should have their vessels insured so that in the event of theft, they can be reimbursed. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
Stop. You don't have to sneak in. You don't have to sneak. Pigeon Point security, we have an access pass. You don't have to sneak in.
What access pass is that?
The new Pigeon Point Breaking Beach access card. With this card, you can get free access to Pigeon Point, a free umbrella, and a free chair. So make sure you get your Pigeon Point access card.
I can get that?
Definitely. This is your access card, so you can now go into Pigeon Point.
Okay. Guys, we outside in Pigeon Point, sun and sand, and we enjoying it with we access cards. All social media links to Youth Voice and Pigeon Point would be tagged, and stay tuned for it.
Welcome back. The redevelopment of the Tobago Beach facility continues to be a hot topic, with Minority Leader Kelvon Morris adding his voice to the discussion. Morris said the project needed more consultation, attributing it to the reason why it is facing backlash. He was speaking on the Tobago Updates morning show this morning, and Ariana Scipio has the details.
Minority Leader Kelvon Morris noted that stakeholders had expressed concerns primarily about the process and approach to the project. He said the redevelopment of the Tobago Beach facility would affect Tobago because the facility is one of Tobago's pride. Morris pointed out that people were made aware of the project through a Facebook post, emphasizing that it warranted more thorough consultations.
It also is done with a level of secrecy, because up to this point, no one can tell us what would this project cost the people of Tobago, whether the Tobago House of Assembly indeed have the funding to undertake this project on its own? And if they don't have the funding, who is going to fund the project? What is in it for them? Is it a situation where it is a public-private partnership?
Morris raised concerns about the selection of private partners for the project, questioning who they would be, what their expectations were, and whether the process would be transparent or biased. He also criticized the administration for confusing meetings with meaningful consultations, noting that a true consultation involves more than just gathering people in a space, which he believes is a frequent but ineffective practice.
When you're having such a fundamental change, what is required is active and continuous engagement. It means that every step of the way, you have to consult, you have to get people's opinion, people's feedback, and that it is a two-way kind of arrangement.
He stated that it's not enough for the administration to simply inform the public of their plans, questioning who within the THA determined that Tobagonians wanted a beach club with a swimming pool or changes to the facility's current outlook.
If you're doing a complete transformation of the space, it requires the input of all the stakeholders. How many stakeholders had their input actually actively engaged and included in this arrangement?
Minority Leader Morris stated that public pushback is due to feelings of exclusion, with opinions and concerns being overlooked. He challenged Tourism Secretary Tasha Boris to release the results of last year's project survey, alleging that it excluded Tobagonians and suggested that the beach club was intended for the Secretary's friends and investors. He also reiterated the need for data to support the decision to include a swimming pool, which he argued could limit the beach enjoyment for locals. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
The iconic I Love Tobago sign will soon be relocated, but don't worry, it's not going too far. It will be moved to the Esplanade, where it is expected to pose less of a safety risk than its current location, where photographers contend with constant traffic. Reporter Candice Jackson tells us more.
Upgrades are underway on the Scarborough Esplanade, including relocating the I Love Tobago sign. Kevin McKenna, chairman of the Milford Road Esplanade Limited, explained that several factors contributed to this decision.
The moving of that sign is not just about the aesthetics. We looked at the safety concerns that were the present sign location, and I'm sure all of us could attest to that as Tobagonians. Persons are in the road trying to take that perfect photo.
McKenna also noted that for the Esplanade to become a tourism hub during the cruise ship season and beyond, there needs to be an attraction to draw visitors. The new location for the sign is currently being prepared and was selected following the fall of a tree.
The entire tree was actually rotting and the base was rising up, and persons used to sleep below that tree. So it became a hazard and could have injured someone. So we actually had to get rid of the tree.
The new location for the sign is being facilitated by its architect, Rojas Engineering, and it is expected to provide a more comfortable space for photographers, according to McKenna.
You will have a bigger area, a nice grass area to take your photos and your videos, and even be able to rent in front of the sign to do your events.
This move is also being endorsed by the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Meanwhile, the Esplanade is preparing to welcome a Cambio for money exchange, a merchandise store, a few other vendors, and a facelift. So far, the upgrades have cost $90,000, funded by tenants' arrears.
When we came here, we had a number of tenants who were not paying their rent for some over a year, some over 2 years, some almost 3 years. Most of those tenants have paid. Some of them were given a notice to quit.
The upgrades include renovated staff quarters and bathroom facilities, painting, and other minor aesthetic improvements suggested by the tenants. These enhancements are being carried out with the assistance of URP workers. Meanwhile, EID has been contracted to repair the fence and install a play area for children. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Tobago's own Rachel Kestel, representing Encore Dance Theatre, has secured a strong position in the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition. After an impressive performance in the preliminary round, Kestel is heading to Trinidad this weekend for the second leg of the finals. More in this report from Trevicia Phillips.
Move, Satan, move! Let me pass! The word says seek, and it shall find.
Rachel Costell's captivating performance, shared by the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation on Facebook, has garnered widespread support as she attempts to bring the coveted title back to Tobago for the first time in 30 years. Costell's journey has captured the attention of many as she continues her bid for the prestigious award.
Death is upon us like a spirit lash hit way. Boom! You mean to tell me we killing 12-year-olds? A 4-year-old caught in a bloody night in Aruka, an honest TTRS driver, and Tobago tragedy strikes in Black Rock. Before we could blink it its way, wap, wap, wap.
As Tobago watches Costello strive for excellence on the national stage, her performance has left many reflecting on the pressing issue of rising violence across the islands. Travisio Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News. If you're watching the Tobago Updates Television News, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news when we return.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Embark on an adventure to the greatest little island on the planet. Tobago invites you to ritual, revelry, and release.
Whining in the Bago sun, having Bago fun, in Bago drinking rum. We go jump up and carry on.
From October 25th to the 27th, 2024, experience the energetic vibe, the vibrant colors, and the unforgettable spirit of the Tobago Carnival.
Down here in Tobago. In Tobago.
Whether you're tripping down the road or marveling at the beauty and creativity of our artisans, Tobago Carnival is an adventure.
I said I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for Carnival to come. So I call all my friends, making my plans for the Tobago Carnival fun.
Join us for ritual, revelry, and release. Tobago Carnival 2024, where every moment is memorable.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Thanks for staying with us. 4 individuals were arrested during a raid and search exercise by the TTPS Tobago Division on Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. Shervan Road CID arrested these 4 persons and seized items of interest between 9:15 p.m. and 10:50 p.m. The TTPS said the raid was conducted based on recent reports of crime, which consisted of search at multiple locations in the Shervan Road district. At one residence, a large TV, an Amazon Fire Stick, and a Lorex DVR were retrieved. At another home in the area, a pump and a Samsung TV were also retrieved. The people arrested were 24-year-old female from Fencefield Codler Hall, a 33-year-old male from Bucco Road, Mount Pleasant, a 23-year-old male from Lot 11 Susulands, and a 37-year-old male from St. Helena Village, Trinidad. The operations was conducted by ACP Collis Hazel and coordinated by Senior Superintendent Rudel Kirk. Furthermore, the operations was led by ASP Barrett of Area West and supervised by Acting Sergeant Thomas. The Interagency Task Force K9 Unit, and Scarborough CID were also involved in the exercise. Now to our October Carnival segment, Beyond the Feathers. The Tobago Carnival Caravan brought vibrant energy to Trinidad from Wednesday, August 28 to Saturday, August 31, 2024. It delivered 4 days of exciting performances, colorful costumes, and thrilling activities across the island. More in this report from Chavisa Phillips.
The Tobago Carnival Caravan brought a vibrant energy to Trinidad from Wednesday, August 28th to Saturday, August 31st, 2024, delivering 4 days of exciting performances, colorful costumes, and thrilling activities across the island. The Carnival Tour, which kicked off in East Trinidad with stops in Sandy Grande and Arena, set the stage for an unforgettable celebration. Attendees were treated to live performances, engaging games, and generous giveaways that captured the essence of Tobago's carnival spirit. On day 2, the festivities moved to South Trinidad, where crowds were again dazzled by the lively atmosphere and cultural showcase. Tobago's own DJ, Sound Assassin, kept the energy high while local artists, including the talented Adana, lit up the stage with captivating performances. The Carnival Caravan was a resounding success, building anticipation for the upcoming Tobago Carnival in October. The October 2024 calendar of events, released by the Welcome Tobago Facebook page on September 2nd, features an array of festivities, including the Junior Calypso Monarch, Rhythm Steel and Powder, and Soca Titans, among many others. The caravan highlighted Tobago's vibrant carnival culture and ignited excitement for what promises to be an extraordinary October carnival season. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Now for the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight, generally fair despite odd overnight shower. Temperatures are expected to dip to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, mainly hot and sunny despite low chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers. Overnight will be generally fair. Temperatures will rise to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 36 degrees Celsius. Sea conditions are slight with waves up to 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:52 and sunset at 6:09. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. TTPS Tobago Division has one of the highest murder rates in the country. Tobago fishermen still awaiting compensation for oil spill relief efforts. Minority says more consultation needed on Strawberry Beach facility redevelopment. And Rachel Kestel advances to Prime Minister's Best Villages final. I am Biana Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night.